Greetings. Welcome to lecture series on finite element analysis. In today's lecture, we will discuss about variational method. Before going towards this method, let us go towards the primary knowledge about the calculus. As we all are aware about the properties of calculus, like a function has extreme value when its first derivative with respect to variable is 0. Means when the first derivative of any function is appear to be 0, we are going to say it has reached the extreme value. In the similar line, the function is maximum if the second derivative is negative, and it is minimum if its second derivative is positive. When second derivative of the same function is being appearing as a negative, then we can term that function achieved a maximum value. Vice versa, if it is positive, we will call it as it achieves a minimum value. The first derivative of a function is called first variance. Means what, here there is a subdomains related to function. So it's the statement says the first derivative of a function, okay, is called as a first variance. The function of a function is termed as a functional, and the statement that the first variance of functional is 0 is termed as the first variance attained a stationary value. Means here the variation of that function over that domain is going to reach a stationary value, and such a relations we are going to call as a variational relations, and we are about to calculate such variational relations. In many engineering problems, there are such functional, the first variance of which attain stationary values. Especially in case of elastic problem, we can say potential energy of a body of a structure is such a functional value which attains a stationary value when we go for its first derivative. Okay, let's begin with the assessment with reference to an example. Okay, let's say y be a function of x. Then the functional y dash, y double dash is a functional of that y. So y is the first variable, y dash is the first derivative of that variable, means dy by dx with reference to function, and y double dash is nothing but second derivative of that function, that is dou 2y by dou x square. Now we are interested to know the value y at any interval x and its first variance. Okay, so we are going to estimate the relation I equals to integration x1 to x2 functional into dx. Means we are going to have variation over entire span. Okay, and we try to make this value to appear as a stationary value by applying certain boundary condition. They are at y x equals to 1 x1 at y x1 y value is y1, y at x2 is equals to y2. Means we are going to make the value to appear in a stationary range. For example, we'll look towards this typical sketch which has been shown. The curve here is going to have a variable y which is functional about the x. So it has two extreme values x1 and x2, and it range between this one. But we don't know what exact variation of this. One again we will consider one more curve here which is shown in dotted line, which is on a similar trace, but what happens here, the ends are fixed and here in middle the value may have variation. Let us say this value be a arbitrary value y bar. Now what I am going to do, I am going to say that if I take a variation about this particular curve, the variation is such that the all points are merging on the same interval, are merging on the same values. Okay, thereby there is a minimum error. Means here what I am going to do here, I am going to reduce the error by certain approximation. Okay, such an analysis is called as a variational method. The figure shows typical function y equals to y function of x. The continuous line shows the exact function and the dotted line shows an approximate function. Since to start with we don't know the exact solution y equals to yx, we have approximate solution for y bar which is equals to y bar x. Then if I want to see about the variation, let us say dou dy bar r is equals to y bar x minus y x. Means here I am going to take difference between this. So the interest lies here in the solution of this variation di by r residual. So the solution of di by I means the total functional will be, that is integration x1 to x2. I will take first derivative first. First the function in terms of the variational part, dou f upon dou y into di by y plus dou f upon dou y dash into di by y dash plus dou f upon dou y double dash into di by y double dash. This whole functional integrated with reference to x results into a value 0. Okay, now we are interested to know what is the solution of this integration. So let us now find the integration of second and third terms by parts. So I am going to first analyze this second term and then the third term. So the first one is said to be first derivative of the function and second is said to be a second derivative of the function. So if you see here, there are two functions. If we go with the terms here, integration by parts, for the second terms we will get integration varying from x1 to x2, dou f upon dou y dash into di by y dash into dx will result into dou f upon dou y dash, first function as it is. Then we have to take integration of the second one. So derivative of the second one, that is dou y in bracket close ranging from the value x1 to x2 minus integration x1 into x2. Now minus big integration in that second function derivative and first function as it is. Likewise, if you put that formula, we get dou upon dou x in bracket di by f upon dou f upon dou y dash into di by y into di by x. In the similar line, if I work for the third terms, I am going to get the same answer. The first function as it is, the second one the variation of so and so. Now here if I see this equation is repeatedly appearing towards us, we have already the solution with the reference to this equation. Again we can go for the integration by part for this equation. Then the resultant equation will be appearing like this, that is dou f upon dou y double dash into di by y dash bracket ranging from x1 to x2 between the limits x1 to x2 minus d upon dx in bracket dou f upon dou y double dash into di by y ranging for the limits x1 to x2 plus integration x1 to x2 dou 2 upon dou x square in bracket dou f upon dou y double dash di by y into di by x. So here what we have concern in the initial stage, the first derivative will relate to the maximum minimum values, the second derivative will relate to the variance. So what we are getting here, the second derivative, first derivative of the same equation, we are interested to know about the solution of this. If I substitute back and collect the terms like term on side, I will get the relation like this, integration x1 to x2 in bracket dou f upon dou y minus d upon dx in bracket dou f upon dou y dash plus d2 upon dx square dou f upon dou y double dash bracket whole bracket close multiply by the di by y into dx integration constant plus the integration we say the variable for the integration plus another bracket. If we collect the term, it will be dou f upon dou y dash minus d upon dx into dou f upon dou y double dash into dy ranging from x1 to x2 plus dou f upon dou y double dash dou y dash into x1 to x2. What I have done, I have taken second order terms on one side, first order terms on one side, and the initial stage problem on one side. So I have got three different equations. If I collect these three different equations separately, the equation which is represented in the first component will lead to the Euler-Lagrangian equation, whereas other two equations are going to show us the boundary condition equations. Okay, means what? Any variational problem, first you have to know about Euler-Lagrangian solution for that equation, and the second one you should be aware about what boundary conditions are available with us. Let us say at x equals to x1 dou y x1 di by y x1 equals to 0, or dou f upon dou y dash minus d upon dx into dou f upon dou y double dash it at x equals to x equals x1 equals to 0. Means here after substituting I will get the merging values here. For x equals to 1, what is the value of di by y, and for x equals to 1, what is the value of the function dou f upon dou x, dou y dash, and so on. So similarly, if I go for the second part, that is at the second end x equals to x2, I will get one more relationship. Among these two, di by y x1 and di by y x2 equals to 0, this is said to be kinematic boundary condition, which shows a variation about the function y with reference to the incremental distances. Similarly, if I say the function with reference to dou y dash at x equals to 0 and the function with reference to dou y double dash at x equals to 2, this will say about what natural boundary condition we have posed for this equation. So in short, we can say if one is aware about the solution related to Euler-Lagrangian condition, when one is known about what boundary condition he is going to put or what natural boundary condition, kinematic boundary condition it is going to have, he may satisfy any set of solution, and thereby approximate solution of that can be emerge out. And such a method where we are going to find out the approximation solution by variating the parameters for their extreme variance, we call as a variational method. A finite element analyst who is interested in solving a set of equations subjected to set of boundary values aim at first identifying the function which satisfy Euler-Lagrangian equation and satisfy boundary values specified. Okay, in upcoming lectures I will discuss about the application of this variation method on different set of numericals related to civil engineering application and in general applications also. So till then, be safe, be at home, and be healthy. Thank you.